Hello, this is Dr. Cortez D, and this is some information that I would like to share today. So can you help me share with some people that you know that can definitely appreciate the value of this information that I'm about to share for just less than about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm trying my best to just kind of share because this is some information that's on the tablets of my heart, and particularly talking about dads and fathers. You know, we can go all day long about what's the difference between a dad and a father. And well, the father who has a big responsibility to father children, to father their child. But then more in particularly when it comes to a dad that is present, the goal that I want to just kind of share is the value of, in particularly when we have a daughter, for instance. What a daughter is looking for is something that she doesn't know yet. But because you have a head start, because you had your child as in a daughter, and we're going to get to the son in a second, is that she needs to know what a quality man is. She needs to know what a leader looks like. She needs to know what a protector looks like, and in the man form. And she needs to also know that as I get older, what would that look like, so that I'll know the difference between what is cheap, generic, and what is qualitative, and what I'm praying for. And so, but the only way that they're going to be to get to know that is that we have to model that in person, not face-to-face time, because you are local. But if you're local within the same state, I just want to encourage everyone that do your best that have that opportunity, because you're able to give moments that cannot be just, retro. The best thing we could do as men, from the Wendy's and the McDonald's and the stores and those moments in person, when you're holding their hand, they know what a strong hand feels like, because somebody that will not mislead them, they will pull them back if it looks like they kind of going out into the street. They need that model man. They need that model man that will open the doors for them so that they'll know what chivalry is in terms of a gentleman, somebody who's a gentleman, and consider them first. Someone that will open the doors for them and pull out the chair. And someone who will have an umbrella or get mad because they don't have an umbrella because they don't want their hair wet, because they love the beautification that this girl modeled and what she exemplifies. And what better person can do that but that dad? And it doesn't matter what age, whether they're 30, 35, 40, 50 years old. It is something about the dating your child in terms of taking her out on dates, putting her important to say, I haven't had my dad and daughter moment. That goes a long ways, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to share this with the men, that if you know that you have not had that on your calendar this year, let's put that on our calendar this year. Let's make that a point. And let's make sure that we give them that uninterrupted time. Because when they are by themselves, we're hoping that we can say, I taught you better than that. And then they could be able to say, my dad never showed me this, and it has never been less than excellence at the best that someone can give me. That way they know what they're really looking for. That way that they can really can tell the difference between games and someone who has them in their heart for prayer. So they'll know what to look for. And then in terms of boys, of course, it's been a bad epidemic. It's been a bad systemic, a negative connotation when it comes to boys not having their dads present, and what the man needs to look like, because they're going to get it from somewhere else. We have to do better as showing a man how to be a man how to be a young man. How do you really fix things that are broken, from cars to home repairs to small little projects versus paying everybody for it or not knowing what to do. We can do so much better with the information because we're already ahead of the men, dads, fathers. Let's father and give these young men and young women the dads that they never had. Let's do so much better this year. It's nothing like, if I could just have a transparent moment, it's nothing like your daughter telling you, Dad, well, you exposed me to different types of restaurants or different type of foods to eat. And I'm just like, well, how did I do that? She said, because of the places that you took me when we was a kid. And I'm just like, this is when we were living very local and had a lot of time like that, because I wanted her to have the best because I was getting the best. I couldn't wait for her to be exposed to get her reaction, so she would already have placed in her heart and in her spirit what to do. And even the young men, I was really after to mentor. Give them the exposure that their dad never had. That's the whole mission of fathering. That's the whole mission of parenting, from the most we can do. So mothers, the mothers that are attached to these dads, whatever place that you are in, if there's a way that you will allow yourself to be massaged by what's needed versus what has not happened, and allow these men, allow these dads to father and be a present dad to these children of yours that you guys have had together. Allow them those moments to do it. And even if you're in home, even if you guys live together, let that dad go, hey, I'm taking the children out so then I can continue to model. I can continue to impart what that looks like so I can refresh you. Because once they're out of your house, they are gone. And we don't want it to come back to us to say, I don't know what that looks like because it was never shown to me. I don't even know what a restaurant is. I don't even know how to even make reservations because it was robbed from me. So let's not have that story that we have to hear 5, 10, 15 years from now. Yet alone a minute, a minute to maybe a year from now, because those minutes add up to a year, and before you know it, you're like, I didn't make it a priority. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, share it with some people. Let them know that I'm one of those dads and father that I can actually say I've actually given my best to share that, and now I can see the value of it that I think you guys will definitely appreciate. Take care, take charge, and just take control of this 2024 year to know that this is your time to step up as men and women to be the best parents that we can be.